and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody's still. And they'll stop him at the 16. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're trying to get to it. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got it in the middle. It's Warren. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. And once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes his connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
The throw. Grab near the marker. It's Durham. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's got him in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Unleashes one. And that ball is picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First down here for the offense. The inside handoff. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 7, LSU 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. The quick out. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Line getting set on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He rifles one deep to the left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
14, LSU, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Smashes through. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Catch in the middle. It's Fleming. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Scanning the field, it's Allard. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Fall. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
After that last completion, it's second down. On the move, it's Durham. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Quick catch on third down. Still running at the 40. Bringing the heat. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
This offense has a second down play. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offensive QB simply wouldn't.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes
he lets it fly. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
the score. Penn State 21.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 91. Set to kick it away.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Penn State! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Getting some heat. Going over the top. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Excellent field position here for the offense. Here's the handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that play.
The play action fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn up.
Touchdown, Tigers! And here they come, almost all the way back. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Aller. He makes the connection. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
So they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw on third. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Penn State 35, LSU 20.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's got the back in the middle. Nice move to keep running. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Dances away from the heat. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pick. Moving the sticks for a first down. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll throw it on first down. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, trying to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
This time they'll go to the running game. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Grabs behind the line. It's Durham. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Now adjusting. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the game, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on games.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Now on second down. They want that clock to run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. Dropping back, it's Allard. Quickly to the tight end. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game and you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
The aerial assault continues. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Nussmeier. The sweet feet buy a little time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lacey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Gonna take a shot. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Allard. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Spits it out to the back. The sure hands, it's Singleton. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipate.
He'll take a shot. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
He's going up top here late in the game. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep you in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
This one was a lot like a tennis